Hello, 6th grade. This is Miss Reeser here and some cattle that wanted to join in with our English lesson today. I'm out in the back corner of our yard next to our pasture. So they thought they'd they kind of gathered here to listen to our English lesson. So today your assignment is lesson 3, and in lesson 3 you talk about prepositional phrases. Now, we've learned about 2 different kinds of prepositional phrases. They can be either adjective phrases or adverb phrases, okay? Adjective phrases modify nouns, and adverb phrases modify verbs, okay? So, when I refer to an adjective phrase, that's just a prepositional phrase that's modifying a noun, and when I describe an adverb phrase, that's a prepositional phrase that's describing a verb. So, you have to be careful where you put your prepositional phrases, or you can get some funny sentences. All right. Remember that prepositional phrases, adjective phrases, always need to directly follow the noun that they're describing. So, they always need to come right after the noun that they're following, and adverb phrases don't have to come right after the verb that they're describing. They should come as close to the word they're describing as possible, but they don't have to come right after. All right? So it's important that prepositional phrases are put in the correct spot. So we're going to look at a couple sentences here that have misplaced prepositional phrases. So the first one here says the sweater won the contest with pom-poms. So our prepositional phrase is, see if I can do this, with pom-poms. And since it's directly following contest, it needs to be describing contest. But obviously the contest does not have pom-poms. The sweater has pom-poms. So we should move the phrase with pom-poms to after sweater. Okay? Because as I said, adjective phrases need to come directly after the word that they're describing. And with pom-poms is describing the noun sweater. Okay? Let's look at this next sentence. This is all jumbled up. The painting sat in the window of a sunset and sailboat beside the orchid. Okay, so let's start off by first finding our prepositional phrases again. I'll give you a few minutes to find them, and then I will put parentheses around them. All right, so we have on the window of a sunset and sailboat, running out of space there, and beside the orchid. Okay, so we have 3 prepositional phrases, and we need to find whether they are describing the correct word. So, on the window is describing sat. So, is that correct? On the window describing sat? Yes, on the window is in the correct spot. Okay, let's look at this second one, of a sunset and sailboat. Is that describing window? Can that describe window? I've never seen a window made of a sunset and a sailboat. And probably you haven't either. So, of a sunset and sailboat should be describing which word? And if you said painting, that's right. The painting of a sunset and sailboat sat on the window. And now our third prepositional phrase, beside the orchid. So, is that in the correct spot? Beside the orchid is telling what? It's describing where the painting sat. So that's an adverb phrase. And remember, we said adverb phrases don't have to directly follow the word that they're describing. So behind the orchard or beside the orchid can stay where it is. All right. So our sentence would now be, the painting of a sunset and sailboat sat on the window beside the orchid. Okay, so remember, it's important that you put prepositional phrases in the correct spots, or you end up with contests with pom-poms and windows made of sunsets and sailboats. Okay, so your lesson will be working with that, putting adjective phrases in the correct spot and rewriting some sentences with that. Okay, so it looks like we kind of lost our audience here of cows, so I will let you go before I lose you guys. Have a great day.